Former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dogara, has thrown his weight behind President Bola Tinubu's sweeping tax reforms, describing them as the boldest fiscal overhaul in Nigeria's history. But he insists that transparency and public trust will determine their success.
Goals of these reforms are ambitious and frankly necessary. Nigeria's 2025 tax reform package is the most audacious overhaul of our fiscal framework in decades, and in response to long-standing fragmentation in the country's tax laws and administration.
Speaking at the Median Distinguished Parliamentarian Lecture in Abuja, Dogara said the president inherited what he called an economy riddled with debris, ranging from deficit financing to forex racketeering and oil for loan deals.
So from day one, it was very clear that something urgent, nay, revolutionary, must be done to prevent our economy from imploding. So the president's job as an economic reformer began on day one. Now, every reformer knows that progress is not promised, it is fought for.
The reform, set to fully take effect in January 2026, consolidates 16 tax laws into 4 principles. Key highlights include the Nigeria Tax Act 2025, which unifies tax rules, expanded coverage to digital asset and cryptocurrency, and introduces a 15% minimum tax rate for large companies. Other provisions establish a new Nigeria Revenue Service, a tax ombudsman, and a harmonized federal-state revenue sharing. Small businesses and individuals earning less than 800,000 naira annually are exempted, while multiple levies will now be replaced with a single 4% development levy.
These recommendations, which of course made it into the eventual passage of the bills, have informed far-reaching legislation transmitted to and diligently processed by the National Assembly. The 10th House of Representatives, consistent with our People First legislative agenda, devoted considerable energy to painstakingly vetting these bills.
Does it come to an extent where, why do the bank account needs that? It's an identification, because we need to start knowing our taxpayers. Some do businesses and they just collect money and nobody knows anything about it. What the law is saying is that we want to know everybody. We want to know all our taxpayers. And we know some places where they will show face.
It is equally important that these reforms are communicated clearly and effectively as well as efficiently to the public, so citizens can understand their rights and responsibilities.
We all know that Nigeria is losing a lot from illicit financial flow as a result of avoidance and refusing to pay taxes. Taxes that are supposed to be paid by multinational corporations and some powerful companies in Nigeria, they get diverted, and Nigerians, they don't see any development.
Also speaking, House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, represented at the event, praised the reforms as a decisive step to simplify compliance and ease the burden on ordinary Nigerians.